closer than you are right now.
Let's sing it loud, y'all.
You are Jireh.
Every woman at Inside Out has a story. It is not a fairy tale or a story any little girl would dream of. It's a story darkened by trauma and pain. And at times, her story seemed destined for a sad ending, with all roads pointing to defeat. But God, He carried a plot twist. He pursued her, calling her by name. He brought her a second chance, a new beginning, a different story. So she is digging deep, focused on a dream. She is working the plan, showing up, pressing in. With God living in her and with her, she is beating the odds. And she's not on the journey alone. Every step of the way, Inside Out Reentry Services is with her, offering support, hope, and a plan for the future. For the first time, she has a community advocating for her, praying for her, and loving her. Day by day, she is changing for good. Every woman at Inside Out has a story. And her story is just beginning.
Hello, I am Mandy Buchanan, a graduate of Inside Out Reentry and a grateful believer in Jesus. I was raised in Topeka, Kansas, in a wonderful Christian home. I was active in the church, I sang in the choir, and accepted Christ at the age of 12. By the time I was 26, I had 2 daughters and was devastated by a divorce. Because of the depression I was experiencing, I turned to opiates and then meth to numb the pain. I was shocked by how quickly my entire life was gone. My family stopped enabling me, and I lost all communications with them. One day, I was abducted from my front yard and held against my will for 5 weeks by a local sex trafficker. I was tortured, beaten, and raped repeatedly before I ran away. As I ran, I cried out to God, and within a few minutes, a car stopped and took me to a shelter. God used a case manager to tell me about Inside Out, and thankfully I was accepted into the program. Being an Inside Out is one of the greatest things to happen to me. I've learned how important honesty and accountability are. I've learned to ask for help because I no longer feel alone in this world. I've learned how to forgive with my whole heart, and most importantly, for the first time in my life, I have a growing relationship with the Lord. God has shown me patience, grace, forgiveness, and a love I had never allowed myself to experience. God has spoken to me through the Word, the Inside Out staff, and women in the program who tell me that I'm worthy of this life He has planned for me. God has also restored my relationship with my parents. They tell me how proud they are of me, words they haven't said in years. My brother and sister are back in my life. My daughters call me all the time, and both have come to visit me. I'm so thankful for this restoration I've experienced because earlier this year, I lost my brother unexpectedly. 3 months later, my mother died after breaking her hip and getting pneumonia. Because of the healing in our relationships and Christ in my life, I was able to face these losses and lean on Christ, my Inside Out family, and my church family. Today, I'm celebrating over 3 years of sobriety. I have my driver's license again, and I've been promoted to manager at my job. God brought a godly man into my life, and we were married last November. I'm looking forward to staying in Tulsa, serving at my church, and continuing to volunteer with Inside Out so I can help other women experience the same restoration I have. My life verse is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. I'm forever thankful for the life God has given me and the hope I have for my future. He has provided for me in ways that only He can, and through so many of you who are here tonight. Thank you.
Hello, hello, everyone. My name is Holly Allen. I am a graduate of Inside Out Reentry Services, and I am a follower of Jesus Christ. We all know how important milestones are when you're growing up. When most babies are 9 months old, they start standing on their own, crawling and communicating and discovering the world around them. When I was 9 months old, drugs were found in my body, so I was placed in foster care. Then, when I was 3 years old, I was adopted and began being molested by my adopted brother. This lasted until I was 5. My parents were dysfunctional. My dad was a Vietnam veteran and a preacher who became abusive. We lived in filthy conditions with as many as 24 dogs in our home at once. The abuse went on until I was 14 years old and DHS got involved once again. When I was 18 years old, I started a relationship with a man who smoked weed all day, every day, another milestone. The moment I got involved with him, I started smoking too. Soon I was drinking, taking pills. This led to using meth, then IV use. I tried over and over to quit drugs, but I was never successful. I had no shame. I had turned into a person I never wanted to become and did things I told myself that I would never do. I didn't realize I was using to ease the pain of my past until I went to rehab for the 4th time. It was the best decision I had ever made. When I graduated from that program, I came straight into Inside Out. I learned so much about myself and my Heavenly Father. I've had a relationship with Jesus since I was 11, but my flesh was weak, and I chose to live for myself instead of Him. When I finally surrendered my will and my life to Him, everything seemed to fall into place. I graduated from Inside Out in 2020 and moved out on my own, but I quickly lost sight of what was important. I relapsed and came back to Inside Out. I was humbled and lost, and they gave me grace, forgiveness, and a new start. Through them and through the Word of God, I've learned how to love and trust in healthy ways. Isaiah 26:3 says that you will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts you. Today, I have a 1.5 years of sobriety. I have earned the trust of my family, and God has removed the fear and feelings of unworthiness that I carried my entire life. He has shown me my purpose, and I have decided to go back to school and am in school right now. Every change I have been able to make is because of the change Christ has made in me. The more I hear about God, the more I want to learn so that I can share the good news with others. Now I'm reaching new milestones and becoming the woman I was designed to be. I've heard God calling me to go to school full-time for ministry. I'm praying for God to reveal exactly how He wants to use me in His service. Inside Out, help make that possible. You have helped make that possible. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mary Brown. I'm a graduate of Inside Out Reentry and a grateful believer in Jesus Christ. Faith and family were important in my childhood. My family was very close, and my mom and dad took us to church twice a week, and I accepted Christ as I was baptized as a child. Then my mom decided to leave my dad, and everything changed. It was a difficult time for me, and I started experiencing with drugs at the age of 12 and alcohol before moving on to hard drugs. When I was 17, I became pregnant and had my first daughter. I quit using drugs, and my boyfriend proposed to me, and we started living together. Then I got pregnant again with another daughter, and my boyfriend and I got married. We had 3 more children, and things became more and more difficult, and after 15 years, we divorced. I started using drugs again, and I became pregnant by a man who was going to prison. I went to live with my family, where I got sober, went to school, and was doing great. When I moved back to Oklahoma, and one night, I got drunk and decided to use. I spiraled out of control until I lost my older kids to my ex-husband, and my youngest son to a family member. I reached Thank you. I reached my lowest point after being on the streets for 2 years. I was cold and had nowhere to go, and I missed my children. I knew I wasn't going to get better until I did something to change. So I turned myself into Osage County for outstanding warrants, and I was court-ordered to Inside Out. And I was so scared, but I know it was an answered prayer. Reaching out and taking God's hand is the most important thing I have ever done. My relationship with him has grown stronger every day, and I have learned through my step study that I can change and that God has always been there for me, even in my darkest times. Inside Out helped me restore my relationship with my grown daughters, and I now have custody of all 5 of my children. It was a 2-year battle to regain custody of my youngest son. But my Inside Out family advised me and helped me navigate the entire process. They reminded me to pray, read my Bible, and allow God to work. They helped me learn to cope with my teenagers by finding therapists for them and parenting classes for me, and it worked. On November 7th, I will celebrate 3 years of sobriety. I stayed in the Inside Out program for 2.5 years for the structure and accountability my children and I needed. Today, I have a stable job and was recently able to move into a house with all 6 of my children. I have learned to depend on God, and I have learned how to be a mom God wants me to be, and how to love my children. My favorite verse is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. I have complete faith in God and what He is doing in my life, and I know He will take care of me. In the future, I plan to stay sober, raise my children to love God, and to hopefully own a house of my own. I am forever thankful that God used Inside Out to restore my family to me. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sherry Bear, Executive Director of Inside Out. I have to take a breath for how amazing these three women are and so transparent with their stories. Their stories have three important points in common. First, these stories are possible because of a loving God who pursues us all, gives us grace to carry us through the hard spaces in our lives. We believe none of our graduate stories would be as riveting, as successful, or as beautiful without the immeasurable grace of God. Second, a critical part of these stories is the evidence-based strategies that we use at Inside Out. We've seen the impact of programs like Celebrate Recovery and trust-based parenting, which is our trauma-informed parenting class. We know what they deliver. We also know the importance of setting goals, living in community, and working a plan. And third, these stories would not be possible without our ability to be agile and adapt to each woman's unique needs. Every woman in our program must navigate her own circumstances, her own history, and her own set of obstacles before she can take flight and achieve the life she wants to live. That's why it's so important and invaluable that we are able to offer specific support and create a custom plan for every single woman that we serve. Tonight, I am excited to share our newest step in walking with and advocating for each woman in Inside Out. We have hired Kathy Chambers, our first ever licensed professional counselor, to be on staff and meet regularly with the women in our program. There's a potential healing that only processing with a trained counselor or therapist can bring. And now it's available to every single woman at Inside Out. As they work through the pain and the trauma of their past, this one-on-one counseling allows them an even deeper level of support and tools for building stable lives. Most importantly, our no licensed therapist has her own story of recovery. She knows firsthand the journey of overcoming a difficult past. She has her own story of redemption and restoration, and now she will be a part of so many stories moving forward. And while Kathy's healing didn't involve Inside Out, she has a powerful connection to the women in the program. Most importantly, she shares a love for Jesus and an understanding of the wholeness and healing that can only come from Him. Please welcome Kathy as she tells us her story.
Good evening. Thank you, Sherry, for your warm introduction. And thanks to all of you for welcoming me into the Inside Out family these past few months. When we think about the idea of taking flight, it brings a sense of hope and promise. It inspires us to imagine what lies ahead. But for the women whose lives have fallen apart, women who have struggled with addiction, trauma, and lost everything they loved, it's the journey to taking flight that is especially meaningful. When your starting point is rock bottom, it takes a tremendous amount of time and work in healing to reach a point where you feel capable and deserving enough to even try spreading your wings. I know this because I've been there. My addiction started when I was 13, first with alcohol, then prescription drugs, meth, cocaine, and later gambling. I spent years hiding my alcoholism. I took my children to church on Sundays, but I also endangered their lives by driving drunk with them in the car and taking them to dangerous places. I pretended to be a Christian, but I resisted having a real relationship with God because I felt ashamed and unworthy of love and forgiveness. Like so many of the women we serve at Inside Out, my recovery journey was not always smooth or straight. In 2002, I joined AA and stopped drinking, but my marriage fell apart soon after and I developed a gambling addiction. For nearly 4 years, I lived a double life. Actually, that's about 6 years. I was gambling and lying and stealing, destroying my relationships with everyone in my life. At the same time, I somehow managed to complete a master's program at Northeastern State University and took 21 more hours at the age of 42 to become a drug and alcohol counselor. Even in my brokenness, God began using me to help other women struggling with addiction. I joined Gamblers Anonymous and was able to stop going to the casino in 2008. I got remarried in 2012, and not long after, my sister asked if I would lead a Bible study at our church with her. I agreed, and I love getting to know the women in the program. 2 of them you all know very well, Norma Murphy and Debbie Archer, mentioned Celebrate Recovery and invited me. Fortunately for me, they were very persistent, and I finally promised to go if they would meet me in the lobby and sit with me. It didn't take long before I felt like I belonged in that sanctuary, like I had found a home, a place where I was accepted and understood. I joined a step study, and it was there that my life and my faith began to truly take flight. I felt much more connected to God than I did in my other recovery programs. Not only was I able to forgive myself for a lot of my past, I was able to forgive others. I came to understand that even though I had made so many mistakes in my life, God has loved me through it all. The death of Jesus on the cross has covered my sins, both past and present, and he wants to have a relationship with me. Slowly, my guilt and shame began to melt away. And I began growing in my self-confidence, and I realized that I'm not the only person who doesn't have it all together. This transformation in my own life is what led me to my role at Inside Out. I missed being a counselor after retiring from 12 and 12, and I knew I could offer other women not just professional help, but also the experience of being seen and supported by someone who has their own recovery journey. I started my position as counselor at Inside Out in January, and since then, I have had the opportunity to watch our women begin to take flight. As they start their journeys, we assess their needs, we develop treatment plans to help them reach each of their goals. Then we meet weekly for counseling, encouragement, and prayer. And when they are ready to spread their wings, we create plans that set them up for success and help them if they get back up, or to get back up if they fall. But that's not all. Every day, God allows me to use the pain of my past and my struggle with addiction as I interact with women in the program. When they come to us filled with shame, believing they can't change, or that their past is just too simple for God to forgive, I tell them the truth I have learned in my own life, that there is nothing that can separate us from the love of Christ once we accept Him. It is truly an honor to be a part of the Inside Out family. I love watching these women work through their struggles, healing through the power of Christ. I love seeing the transformation in their lives, as well as in my own life, as I continue growing in my faith and learning to see myself as God sees me. Thank you again for welcoming me into the Inside Out family. I am so excited to see what the future holds for this organization and the amazing women we serve. Thank you.
So I lost all 6 of my children to my addiction. I was homeless at the time, going from house to house.
I had lost my daughter to brain cancer, and my life began to spiral at that time. A family member had introduced me to meth.
What had happened was I became addicted to meth, and which brought me around all the wrong types of people. And I caught the eye of a local sex trafficker who kept watch on me. And I was abducted from my front yard.
I was a person that said one thing and did another. I couldn't be trusted.
Coming into society from being incarcerated, even though it was only 45 days, I was scared.
I didn't know how to be sober.
I was facing a 45-year sentence, and I had heard about a faith-based reentry service program, Inside Out. I wrote them a letter and asked them if I could enter into their program. They came 3 times to visit me and talk to me and interview me. Once they decided that I would be a candidate for the program, they came to my court dates and they advocated for me.
It took me about 30 days to start listening, because at first I was just going through the motion. Okay, they want me to do this, fine, I'll do it, whatever.
But the first night at Inside Out, God grabbed a hold of me that night. And it was like I knew I was where I was supposed to be. And it wasn't time to run. So I stopped running that night.
And then I started to listen. And it started to make sense. And when I did that and started making all those changes, everything opened up.
Inside Out helped me through every process with my children, to have them placed with me. They went to every court date. I was never alone. When I would call them in the evenings or in the afternoons with just overwhelming, feelings of doubt or insecurity, just learning to regain those mom skills.
My youngest that suffered so terribly. I mean, we couldn't leave our house. She couldn't go to school. She was kicked out of Tulsa public schools when she was 6 years old. She was just baptized 2 Sundays ago. Yes, and she knows that Jesus loves her and she can always go to him.
Inside Out drove me to Topeka and stayed with me the whole time, and I was on the witness stand for an hour with him sitting right there. And they found enough evidence to bind him over for trial. And if I had not been in Inside Out, I never would have done that, ever. Not only did it give me my power back, but the real healing started after that.
I thought, no way, I'll never get there. I'll never get 60 days. I'll never get 90 days. I'm now at 4 years, and it's possible.
I've thought about being a missionary or a teacher or a preacher. I can get up and be his disciple and go to school for something that is telling others about him.
I'm not just a junkie. I'm forgiven, and I'm not held to my past. That's not who I am.
God worked on me, and Inside Out showed me how to do life.
That was good.
That was pretty exciting, don't you think?
Yeah.
How about those testimonies?
Woo! Yeah.
Is God at work in those ladies' lives or what? Can you tell? Can you tell? Again, my name is Greg Grunwald, and we're so thankful that you're here. The mission of Inside Out Reentry Services is to focus on advocacy, resources, and discipleship. We want you to respond to these testimonies. For some of you, that means that God wants your talent. Some of you, that means that God wants your time. And for others, that means that God wants your treasure. Right? Think about the road of life that God has walked with you. He loves you, and he has never forsaken you. It hasn't always felt like that for everybody. That's the challenge tonight. How might God walk with you and use you as a vessel for Inside Out Reentry Services? Okay, everybody has these cards at their table. So take your card out. Looks like this. It's a communication card. It's blue on the back, communication-y on the front. It takes money to run this ministry. So you know I'm going to ask you for it, right? Everybody knows instinctively I'm going to ask you for it. There's a pin at your table. You guys have that? It says Inside Out Reentry Services. It's a reminder. It's a gift. Take it with you tonight. Fill out this communication card. We look forward to staying in communication with you. Put your name and your email in there. As you look down the card, you'll see other details, like I'm talking about, the payment details. We want you to know how to give to this ministry. There are several ways. Many of you were donating as you bid. How'd you guys do on your bidding? Feel pretty good about it? Let me hear. Did you guys do good? Laura, did I win a bunch of stuff that I don't know about? Okay.
No.
I'll find out when I get home. Some of you guys are like that. Happy wife, happy life. I don't know if you guys have heard that phrase before. If you don't use Givergy, you can set up a monthly donation and provide critical support on a monthly basis for the Inside Out Reentry Services program through iors.org. You can click on the donate button. You can simply fill out the communication card. If you fill it out and leave it with your host at the table, they'll wrangle them and get them to us at the end of the night. Please give what you can. Thank you ahead of time for saying yes. Yes to giving. Yes to supporting. Yes to helping even more women take flight into new lives. On the bottom of the card, you'll see some more ways to help this ministry. You could join this Inside Out CR team. You could become a mentor. You could drive women to appointments. You guys see that it says 24-hour notice inside the parentheses there? I don't get 24 hours notice when I've been asked to do something at my house. That'd be nice. You can solve the third one by doing the fourth one. It says donate a vehicle. Just give them a car, right? They can take themselves. Or you can provide an in-kind service from your business. These are all vital parts that contribute to the whole of Inside Out Reentry Services, the whole of their work. Please, everyone, take a minute to fill out this card. I've been coached and instructed, so I'm going to stand over here for like 60 seconds, and I'm supposed to like make direct eye contact with you. We're going to take a time, fill out the card. I don't know if they told you I work on commission. My mother-in-law is Norma Murphy. We got to do this, people. There we go. Really, really. How can God use you as a vessel? Pray about it. Think about it. But do it fast.
I'm not loud. I'm not. Oh. I'm so gullible is what I am. Yeah.
Okay, I see people going back to bread pudding. That means you filled out your card, right? Okay. Of course, bidding on an auction item, that's an idea that could raise some money, right? Don't you think? You ready to go to the live auction? Before we get there, now, before I start too far down this road, I need to go ahead and announce some of the winners, right? Pick of the auction, raffles, right? And I know it's convenient that I have these cards in my pocket. But they weren't in my pocket this morning. I just got these.
If they pick this one, though, we can.
Okay. For the Apple Watch.
If there's enough interest. If it's like.
Drum roll, here we go. Brian Barnes.
Is that pick of the auction?
I think it's for the Apple Watch.
Oh, okay, good. I'm like, okay.
Brian, I think this might actually be the promise of an Apple Watch. Maybe not an actual Apple Watch right now, but I'm not for sure. The next one for the GE Ice Machine. For those of you who don't know, I'm in real estate and do some construction. Ice makers are a nasty habit. And once you start them, you cannot stop. They will not tell you when they're going to give up on your wood floor, under your counter, and all that stuff. So Norma thought of a way to fix that. An on-the-counter ice machine. Just move it on out if it starts being problematic, right? It's like me and my brothers. Catherine Markham. There will be things other than ice put in that ice machine, I can tell you right now. I know those kids. Okay, the one you were waiting for, pick of the auction. There are rules with pick of the auction. I have them written right here. Are you guys surprised? If you're surprised, raise your hand. Not a single hand. Okay, let me read you these rules. You must be present to win, in body and spirit, I think. The person named is, if they're not in the room, we'll look and draw the next name. Okay? When we draw your name, be looking at the live auction so you can tell us which item you're going to select. Is everybody ready? Bated breath. The winner of the pick of the auction is Andrea Graver.
So what do you pick?
Andrea, would you come and tell us what you have picked? Well, I could go back there. Then I have this awkward transition between the two.
Carrie Underwood.
Ringer, ringer,
Carrie.
ringer, ringer. Okay, I got it. Ringer, 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 ringer. Carrie
Wait a
Underwood.
minute.
Okay, have you seen this painting?
Right? That's what I had.
Have you talked to Laura? Do you have any idea how much money this is going to cost me? This feels very strategically wrong for me. I have something I could do about it because I have a microphone. Okay? Congratulations.
Carrie Underwood. Yep, gone. And will you mark mine too? Thanks.
Joni, are you ready to start the live auction?
Am I ready? I'm ready. I was looking at my sound guys because they're doing a great job over here. Y'all give it up for all our AV and sound. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Okay, now you can. I was like, that was a bad joke. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so what I'm thinking is I'm going to read the auction item,
Yes.
and then you sell it to the
Right.
highest bidder, and we're going to call it an auction.
I think that sounds like a plan.
okay.
But hang on. I am not going to do this by myself. It's not just me and Greg up here. Well, first of all, how many of y'all, this is your first time here? Oh, my
All
goodness. Wow. Well, we are glad to have you. Norma, there's a lot of hands. Where's Norma? I'm like looking
She's
for
over
her.
here.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of new faces out here. So we're going to have fun tonight. We're going to spend their money,
Yeah.
okay?
Freshmen.
Yes, freshmen. So, like I said, it's not just Greg and I up here. We have people out here that are going to spend your money just as quick as I can. It's going to be great. So, y'all remember Madison? He's been with us. Yeah,
Hey,
there's Madison. We got Adam Lodge over here. And we got Adam Chambers over here. So, and we've got some gals that are helping us run. We've also got Miss Debbie. Where's Debbie? She's going to be our backup spotter. Okay. Okay. Catherine is going to help us out. There's Miss Other Debbie back there. She's a backup spotter too. And then we've got
Luznia.
I can multitask. Yeah. Well, can we have that one too? I really think I look cooler with this thing, but whatever. Anyway, okay, let's do the first item. I'm going to give this to you.
Pass it off. Okay. Okay, item number 1 is a 2-day fly fishing getaway for one adult with guide Skip Nichols at Chimney Rock Hollow Trout Fishery. It's a private, exclusive fishing club nestled in the hills of Mays County, eastern Oklahoma. It includes equipment, bait, and 2 nights lodging at Thousand Oaks Resort with meals included. Harmony Coffee Company is open for breakfast and lunch. For best fishing, redeem in October, November, or the spring months. Here's the fishing rules. Catch and release, single barbless hook only, no live bait. Do not snag skip. That part I added. This gift is made possible by the Financial Planning Resources Group, James Skip Nichols, Thousand Oaks Resort, and Eileen and John Davis.
All right, well, let's go fly fishing. You don't even have to know how. Just get your fly in the water. The fish will do the work. Let's do it. Auction's on. How many dollars for it? Started out 500. Where? Hit it a 5. Started out 500. Would you bid the 5? 500. 2 days? 2 days? 2 days. 500. You know what happened? Y'all are full. But these fish are going to taste really good when y'all are hungry. So let's do it. 500 started out. Would you bid the 5? 500 where? I bid a 5. Thank you. Now 7.5. I bid 500 here. Would you bid the 750? Auction's on. 500. Would you bid 7.5? 750. Would you go 7.5? Bid 50. Would I go 7.5? I'm at 500. Let's do it. 600. I bid a 500 here. Bid 600 where? Would you do it? $600. I bid 600. Would you do it? 500. Bid 6. I'm going to bid 6 because I just got back from fly fishing in Alaska, and I want to fly some more. So let's do it. Fly fishing. 600. Would you bid 7? You can outbid the auctioneer. It's allowed. 700. I bid a 6. Here goes 7. 700. Would you do it? 700's bid. Thank you. Now 8. 800. I bid 8. I'm at 700. Here go 8. Let's go 8. $800. I bid a 7. Bid the 8. 7 bid 8. Auction's on. $800. Would you do it? Those people, all my friends that are new this year, all you got to do is like this, or you can even wink at Madison. He likes that. You can just give him the wink. $800 to bid. I'm at 700 here. Would you bid the 8? All in, all done. $800. Carrie Underwood's gone. You better go fly fishing. 800. I have sold it your way. Fist pump. Did y'all see that? I got a fist pump. What's that bidder number? Sold 700. Bidder number 356. Bidder number 356. I know who bought it because he was the one with the big old smile on his face. So that's how it's done. We're warming up. Good job. Thank you.
Okay. Carrie Underwood's gone. She told us. Auction item number 3, girls' night out for 8 at Spa Southern Hills.
I heard some woos. Did you hear that too?
Guys, you need to hear that when they say
Yeah.
woo.
Pay attention.
Treat yourself and 7 of your favorite ladies for a night of luxurious spa treatments. Okay, I was thinking about this.
Okay.
Can one person go 8 times? Could they
Ask your mother-in-law where
like-
she at.
like if
Maybe.
there were like 4 guys that lived in your house and it was just you and them, could you go and like live away from them for 4 days or for 8 days?
I think it's a great idea.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Laura's listening. Okay. 7 of your favorite ladies for a night of luxurious spa treatments, dinner, drinks, and fun. It includes $100 in selected spa services per person, as well as dinner, wine, hot tea, and limitless pampering and relaxation. Relaxation.
Relax. You need some relaxation.
I haven't even been drinking.
Sensation,
Yeah.
right?
A minimum of 8 participants is required, with the option to include additional guests at your own expense. 20% gratuity is not included and is required at booking, as well any services exceeding $100 a person. This gift is made possible by Spa Southern Hills and the CAPS Foundation. It expires in May of 2027.
Oh, my.
You got some time.
Yeah, you got some time. You got some time. Oh, my gosh. I did hear the woos. So let's woo. Let's do it. Auction's on. Started at $750. Would you start it at? Who would go $700? I bid $700 here. Thank you. Bid $8. $800 where? I bid $8. Bid $9. $900. I bid $8 here. Go $9. $900. I bid $8 right here. Would you bid the $9? $900's bid. Thank you. Now $1,000. Would you bid the $1? $1,000 bid. I bid $900 here. Bid the $1,000. $1,000's on. $1,100. $11 bid $12. Would you bid the $12? I'm at $1,100 in the back. $1,200 where? Would you bid the $12? Auction's on. $1,200. $1,200. Yeah. Look up here, by the way. I saw you giving her the eye. You stay right here. Yeah, giving her the stink eye. I'll take it. All right, $1,200 now. 13. Would you bid the 13? Bid 14. 1,400. Y'all are all out. I bid a 13 over here. Would you bid the 14? 14. 14. Now, Adam, your way. 1,500's bid. Back to you. 1,600. I bid a 15 here. 16. Yes. Now 17. Would you bid the 17? 17's bid. 18. Your way. 1,800. Would you do it? 1,800. 1,800. Just say yes. We'll take care of it. 18. Now 19. 19. Auction's on. Would you bid the 19? He said yes. He said 2. Of course he did, because that's what we're here for. I love it. 2,000. Now 21. Your time. Would you do it? Oh, you scared him. Did you see how fast he told me no? Woo. Man. 2,100. I put a 2,000 here. Go 21. Where would you do it? 21. Get in there. 2,100. I put a 2,000 here. All in, all done. 21. You can raise your hand. You can. I will spend your money. 21. I have sold it your way. He came to play. $2,000. Bidder number 307. Bidder number 307. Y'all are getting primed. I like this. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Okay, auction item number 4, a private New York pizza experience party. This is a pizza party no one will forget. Host up to 30 friends. 30 friends for pizza.
30.
Have you tried to feed 30 people with pizza?
Well, I bet if you say pizza, you're not going to have a hard time coming up with 30
They
friends.
don't even have to be your friends. I don't know why I said it that way.
Right, just
You
got to
say
like
pizza,
pizza.
you're going to get 30.
Pizza.
This is in your own kitchen for a truly gourmet experience with expert pizza chef and entertainer. You know, what kind of degree is it to be a pizza chef and entertainer?
A very important one.
And apparently you play golf a little bit in the middle of all that.
I think you do.
Okay. This is with Bob Dunbar. It includes premium gourmet ingredients, entertaining tall tales.
Of course.
She can tell tall. Who else can see that she's taller than me up here today?
I have on heels, if that
This is
counts.
the day when I'm like, oh, man, this is what Murphy feels like every day when I come in the office. Boo, huh?
I'll let you borrow my heels.
Okay. It includes premium gourmet ingredients, entertaining tall tales, and a deliciously memorable evening like no other. This gift is made possible by the Troutman family. It expires 9/22/23.
This is the ultimate pizza party.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness. Again, don't even think about how full you are right now, because that meal was pretty good. You're going to be hungry, and this is going to be dinner, entertainment, all in one for you and 29 of your friends. Or you can just leave 30 of them and you go down the road. I don't know. Let's do it. Auctions on. Started out. I don't know. Tell me, $400 where? Would you do the 400 started out. Would you do it? 400. I bid 4. Thank you. Now 5. 500. I bid a 4. Bid the 5. 500. Good you go. 500's bid. Thank you. Now 600. Where? I bid a 6. Bid the 6. 6 is bid. Thank you, Debbie. 600. Now 7. Would you go? 7. I bid a 6. Here goes 7. Auctions on. 700. Think pizza. 7. Now 8. 800. Would you bid the 9? 900. One time. 900. Thank you. Now 1. Would you bid the 1,000? Adam, you're out. $1,000 bid. Thank you. Now 1,100. I bid 1,000 here. Bid the 11. $1,100. I bid 1,000 here. Go 11. 1,100. 1,100's bid. Thank you. Now 12. 1,200. I bid 11 is bid. Go 12. 1,200. Bid 11. Bid 12. 12 is bid. Thank you. Now 13. 1,300. I bid 12 here. Go 13. 1,300. This is where you smile. It works. I'm telling you. Yeah. 13. Yep. Now 14. 14 is bid. Bid 15. 15. Look up here. Oh, we are friends after the auction. Not right now. Let's do it. 15. Would you bid the 16? 16. Now 17. 1,700. I was 16. Here goes 17. Where? 17. All in, all done. 1,700. 17. Bid 18. They're having way too much fun. Look up here. It's like 3 amigos. Look up here. 16, 17. Would you do it? I bid 16 over here. Go 17. 1,700. 17 is bid. Thank you. Now 18. Smile and nod. 1,800. I'm at 17 over here. Go 18 one time. Got to sell it. 1,800. Is your palms sweating? You're not done. I promise. That's how it works. Your heart beating fast. Your palms are sweating. You got to bid. 1,800. Would you do it? 17's bid. Y'all can figure out who's coming later. I'm telling you, say pizza, 1,800. Now 19. Y'all are both out. 1,900. I'm at 18 here. Go the 19. All in, all done. 1,900. 19 is bid. They're making me work, y'all. I love it. 2,000. Tell it. 2,000. Would you do it? I'm at 19 here. Go 2. $2,000 to bid. I'm at 19 here. Bid the 2. Bid 2. Bid go 2. Bid 2. Bid go 2. 19's bid. Go 2. $2,000. You're making them sweat, aren't you? 2,000. I'm going to sell it. 19 here. Go 2. All in. All done. I have sold it your way. 1,900. Fanner, she's hot. What's that bidder number? 436. Bidder number 436. Woo. Yeah. Right. Wake them up, Madison. Lodge has got you beat right now. Do a cartwheel or something. Get them woke up over there. You can do it.
All right, item number 5, Clarity window cleaning. I can testify to this. We have done this several times. This man does a great job. Your windows will sparkle after a full day, 8 hours, of expert window cleaning services. It includes windows, inside and out. You think he did inside out because of inside out?
I like it.
That's what it says on my paper.
I like the
Screens, tracks, cobwebs, dirt daubers. We had all of those.
All of it.
I didn't put them in there for him. We already had them, though. The owner's request will be prioritized if needs exceed one-day projects. This gift is made possible by Jonathan Crawley. It expires in 2023, October 2023.
All right. I'm starting low so everybody can get in. 500. Let's go. 500 where? Bid a 5. It started out. 500 where? Would you do it? 500. Thank you. Now 6. I bid a 500 here. Madison is happy. That was his side over there. I'm at 5. Now 6. Let's go. 500 bid 6. Would you do it? 600. Go 600. 500 bid 6. Let's go. 600. Thank you. Now 7. I'm at 6 in the back. Would you bid the 7? Auction's on. 700. Would you go 7? I bid a 6 here. Go 7. 700. 6. I'll help you out. 6.5. I'm at 6 here with 7, 6.5. Would you bid the 650? 6 in the back. Go 6.5. Got to sell it. $650 is bid. Thank you. Now 7, 7, 7.5, 7.5 bid 8, 800. Would you do the 8? I'm at 7.5 right here. 800's bid. Thank you. Would you bid 8.5? I'm at 800 here. Go 8.5. 8.5 is bid. Thank you. Now 9, 900. Y'all are both out. That a boy, Madison. 900's bid. Thank you. Would you bid $1,000? I bid 900 here. Go $1,000. Ask him out. Your man's out, Madison. 1,000 is bid. Thank you. Now 11. Would you bid the 11? I bid 1,000 here. Go 11. 11 your way. Would you do it? I bid 1,000 here. Go 11. 1,100. You're going to have the shiniest windows in town. 1,100. I bid 1,000 here. Go 11. 1,100, did I hit it? Did I hear it? Yes, thank you. Now 12, 1,200. I'm at 11 here. 12 is bid. Thank you. Bid 13. I'm in the back at 12. Go 13. 1,300. Where would you do it? 1,300. 12 here. Bid 13. Thank you. Now he's working. 14. 14. Now 15. I'm at a 15. I'm at a 14 here. 15. Now 16. 16 is bid. I love this. 17. Would you do it? 17 is bid. 1,800. 1,800. Make him work. 19, would you do it? 19, bid the two, $2,000. Now 21, 21, bid one, but I go 21, but I go 21, 21, 21, 2,000, bid 21. Now 2, 22, bid 22, 22, now 23, would you do the 23, 23, 2,300, just so they can hear him go, yeah, again, 23, yes. Now 24, would you do it? Up to 23 here, go the 24. 24 is bid. This is how we do it. 2,500. Would you bid the 5 at a 5 and 25? Would you bid the 25? You're out. 2,500. Up to 24 here, go 25. Thank you. Now 26. Up to 25 here, go 26. Where would you do the 26? 26 is bid. Now 27. Your way. All eyes on you. 27. 27. Up to 26 here, go 27. Where would you bid the 27? 27's bid. And now 28. 29, would you do it? 2,900, up to 28 here, go 29. Where would you do it? Why not? 29, 29, thank you. Now $3,000, up to 3, bid 3, thank you. Now 31, would you do the 31? Up to 3,000 here, go 31. Give her some encouragement. $31, yes, 31. 2, now 31, but 2, now 33, 33. We'll do it. Keep going. 33, 33, but 3, would go 33. Up to 3,000 here, go 33. Where? 33. Thank you. Now 34. Up to 33 and 34, now 35. Would you bid the 35? 35 to 5 and 35. 34 is bid. Go 35. Would you do it? 35. Up to 34 here, go 35. 3,500. Look at him. Those little eyes. You just can't tell him no, like a puppy. 3,500. How much? 3,800. That's what an auctioneer likes to hear. 3,800. Don't be scared. Don't let that intimidate you. You just get right back in there at 39. What you want to do? I'm at 38 here. Go 39. Auction's still going. It's in your ball. Your court. 39. Let's do it. I'm at 38 here. Go 39. Got to sell it. Are you sure? Because that was a lot of fun. We done? 39. I have sold it your way. 38. And this applause is also for my backup bidders because I love them too. That's awesome. What's that bidder number, Madison? 464, $3,800. Y'all know why we're here. That is beautiful. Good job.
Great work. Great work.
Good job, Madison.
Yeah, careful what you ask for. Okay, your turn. Okay, item number 6. The Legacy Meal. This is by Arkansas artist Chelsea McShane. It's right here. It's a 30 by 40 canvas print, and it's embellished with paint by the artist and framed by Royce Myers. She says, I hope for people to feel a connection with my work in a sincere, unique, and joyful way. My purpose is to glorify God in this process. That's pretty cool. This gift is made possible by Royce Myers, the Royce Myers Gallery, and an anonymous sponsor.
Probably Jesus is awesome. That's who the anonymous was now. Let's do it. Y'all see what we're bidding on here? If you need a close-up, just holler. We can make it kind of happen. We'll let you run up front. How about that? Auction's on. Let's start it out. I'm going to do it. What do you want to do? 1,000 that away, sister. I'm at 1,000. Let's do 12 and a half. I'm at 1,000 here. Go 12 and a half where? 12 and a half is bid. Now 15. Would you bid the 15? 1,500. At 15 is bid. Thank you. Would you bid 17 and a half? 17 and a half is bid. Go 2. 2,000. Would you bid the 2? I'm at 17 and a half here. Go 2. 2,000. Would you bid the 2? 2,000. $2,000. Would you do it? I'm at 17. I'm at 2 here. Thank you. Now 22 and a half. Would you bid the 22.50? I'm at a 2,000 bid. Go 22 and a half. I'll help you out. 21. She's talking to her maybe husband. I don't know. There's something going on there. I'm giving them a time. Tell her 21. Yes. Thank you. Now 22. Would you bid the 22? Thank you. 23. Your way. This is where you just don't look at your husband and you don't ask for permission. You just ask for forgiveness, and you're like, but if Jesus was in the picture, what was I supposed to do? 22, would you do 23? Up to 22 here, go 23. Y'all are out. Get her back in. 2,300, now 24. Up to 23, now 24. Auctions on 25. Up to 24 here, go 25. Where would you do it? 25 is bid. Thank you. Now 26. 2,600, now 27. Would you do it? See how much fun she's having? 27. I'm at 26 and 27. Thank you. Now 28. Madison, you might have to come do the massage like Lodge did. That worked. I like it. 2,700. I'm at 26. Would you be the 27? Thank you. Now 28. 2,800. Yes. 29. 29. I'm at 28. Go 29. Would you be the 29? Take another look at it. Another look at the picture. 2,900. I'm at 28 right here. 2,900 to bid. Would you do it? Tell her she should do it. You always have a girlfriend to keep you in line. Just tell them she should do it. 28 bid 29. All in, all done. 29. Woo! That's what you call a microphone job right there. 29. I like your style. I do. Now 3. I'm at 29. Go 3. 3,000. Just keep going. It's fun. He just got started. Would you do it? 3,000. Keep them going. I'm at 29. Go 3. 3,000. Would you bid the 3? 3,000. 3,000's bid. Thank you. Now 31. Wasn't it fun? You want to do it again? 3,100. Yes, thank you. Now 32. Would I bid 31? Go 32. You don't need your bid number to bid. Just keep doing that. 32. Would I bid 31 here? 32. All in, all done. 3,200. This is where you throw it against the wall and you see if it sticks. That's what you do here. 3,200. I saw permission. Yeah, thanks, Dad. 32. Now 33. See, she said, don't ask me. Don't ask me. Listen to the auctioneer. 3,300. Would you do it? I'm at 32 here. Go 33. Where? 33. Yes. Now 34. I'm at 30 here. Go 34. 33 is bid. Go 34. I know, we could round one up. 34. Yeah, 34. Now 35. Would you do it? 35. 35. Are you sure? Okay. I have sold it your way. $3,500. Bidder number 378. That was called teamwork. Did y'all see that? The mister just stuck his card out there when she was done. That's called teamwork. I love it. Power couple right there. That's what that is.
Item number 7, golf for 4 at Golf Club of Oklahoma. Hit the greens with your 3 favorite golfers. You guys need to understand what that says. The way I read that is if I buy this auction item, my drive is going to hit the green, which would be a first. I would really like that. That'd be a good time, right? And 3 other people are going to do this at the same time. That's a pretty big guarantee, don't you think? You do this at the picturesque championship golf course designed by Tom Fazio. It includes 2 carts, lunch, and drinks. This gift is made possible by the Golf Club of Oklahoma and Vicki Thompson. It expires in October of 23.
Okay, let's go golfing. Auction's on. Started out. Let's go. I don't know. 500. Let's go. 500 where? I bid 5. Thank you. Now 6. 600 where? Would you bid the 6? I bid a 5 here. Go 6. Would you go? $600. 5 bid 6. We did the ladies thing. Well, ladies golf too. 6. Thank you. Now 7. 700. I bid a 6 here. Bid 7. Auction's on. $700. Would you do it? 700. 2 carts, like all kinds of stuff. 700. I'm at 6 here. Go 7 where? Would you bid the 7? 700. 7's bid. Now 8. Now 9. 900. 900. Now 1,000. Now 11. Would you bid the 11? 11's bid. Now 12. 12. 12. Would I go 12? 12 is bid. Bid 13. Would you bid the 13? 13 bid 14. 1,400. I bid a 13 here. 14. Your way. Now 15. Would you bid the 15? I bid a 14 here. 15. Where? Everybody in this room's looking at you. You look beautiful, by the way. All you got to do is say yes. 1,500. I bid a 14 here. Go 15. 1,500. Oh, yeah. Now 16. Y'all are both out. 16 had the beauty of an auction. Isn't it pretty? Would you do it? 1,600. 16's bid. Now 17. Your way. 1,700. I bid a 16 here. Go 17. Where? Would you bid the 17? 1,700. Got to sell it. 16's bid. 17. One time. 17. Now 18. 1,800. Yeah? You want to do it? 1,800. Yes, thank you. Now 19. 1,900. 19 is bid. Would you bid the 2? 2,000. You're away. $2,000. You're out. But you can get in. 2. You can get in. $2,000. Yes, he said yes. Now 21. I bet a 2. Here go 21. 21 is bid. Now 22. Isn't that fun? Keep going. 22. 2200. What do you say, Madison? 22 is bid. Now 23. I bet a 22 and 23. 23 to 24. Would you bid the 24? Let's keep going. 2400. 24. I'm at 23 in the back. $2,400. Yes. 25. Your way. Keep going. 2,500. Now 20. Yeah, I love it when they make me work, Madison. I love it. 2,600. Would you do it? 25 in the back. Go 26. What's he saying, Madison? Is he going to do it? 2,600. Okay. 27. This is why we're here. 2,700. Yeah. Now 28. 2,800. I'm at 27. Bid 28. Norma, I need you to wink at him and be like, just do it, baby. 28. Would you do it? 27. Go 28. 2,800. Norma, did you do it? Okay. I have sold it your way. $2,800. 349. Bidder number 349. Awesome. Did I get it right? 349? Okay. Y'all are great. We have one
more auction item.
One more auction item. Have y'all had fun, all my newbies? Yeah, okay. We got one more item.
Okay, this is your chance. Dove hunting adventure for 5 with MGW Outfitters. Experience world-class dove hunting in Argentina or Uruguay on this 5-day, 5-night excursion for 5 adventurers. 3 5s. Includes a spacious accommodations and classic South American cuisine with Argentinian wine and a bar. Not included airport transportation, tips, guns, permits, gun rental, an aim, hunting license, premium shotgun shells, some other stuff. But
You will be spoiled rotten. You will not want to use your arm for quite a while because you'll be shooting all that you can possibly stand to shoot.
That's perfect. Let's sell it.
Let's sell it. This is for 5 hunters. Argentina. You will be pampered. Let's do it. Auction's on. I don't know. Where's my bird hunters? What do y'all want to do? 5,000. Let's start it out. 5,000 where? Would you bid the 5? 5,000. 5 hunters. 5,000. Argentina. It's an auction. I'll ask for $1,000. Let's go. $1,000 to bid. Would you bid it? $1,000 where? $1,000 to bid. Started out. I bet 1,000. Thank you. Now 2. Would you bid the 2? 2,000's bid. Auction's on. Now 3. $3,000. Would you do it? 3 is bid. Bid 4. 3,000 go 4. $4,000. I bet a 3. Here go 4. If you've ever talked to anybody that's ever hunted in Argentina, you're going to be there for 30 minutes. They don't shut up about it. It's amazing. 4,000. I bet a 3. Here go 4. 4,000 where? Would you bid the 4? 4,000. This is a $14,000 item. So I promise you will not be disappointed. Would you do it? 4,000. I'm at 3,000. Here go 4. Auction's on. 4,000. Gotta sell it. 4,000 is bid. Thank you. Now 5. 5,000. I bet a 4 here. Bid 5. 5,000 where? Would you bid the 5? 5. 5. 5. I go 5. I bet a 4,000 here. 5 is bid. Thank you. Now 6,000. I bet a 5 goes 6. 6,000. Would you do it? I promise you won't have any problem finding anybody to go with you. And if you do, just call me. I'll go. Would you do it? 6,000. I bet a 5 here goes 6. 6,000 where? Would you do it? 6,000. I bet a 5 here goes 6. Madison, I'm with you at 5,000. 6,000. Anybody? 6,000. Auctions on. $6,000. I have sold it. You're going to Argentina. $5,000. Bidder number 345. Bidder number 345. You guys did awesome. Congratulations to all of our high bidders, our backup bidders that help us get there, and all these guys and ladies out here that worked the floor and made it happen. Good job, Greg.
Great job.
Thank you.
Hey, as we end the evening tonight, we need to thank some people again. Very special thank you to those who served us tonight. How about the servers for tonight, everybody? How about the ladies inside the Inside Out program? How about them? How about these ladies that got up here and shared their testimonies tonight? Let's give a round for our Inside Out alumni. Finally, for our volunteers, look how big this room is. Do you see all the things that are on the floor? I can see from up here. I can see everything out here. That's a large group of volunteers, and somebody's going to have to clean it up. But it's not going to be you guys, so let's give them a round of applause. The testimonies that we heard tonight, they move our hearts and remind us of the love and healing God brings. We all need to be more mindful of this. Thank you, ladies, for sharing. To our amazing sponsors, we thank you for your generosity. Beyond their financial giving, several of our sponsors are personally involved in the lives of our women, and we are truly overwhelmed with all the ways you give. Thank you. When you leave tonight, please take the brochure with you. All right, we're back to the table. You found the card the first time. Where's the brochure? Who's got a brochure? Wave it at me. There you go. I see him out there. I see him out there. Take that brochure with you. Perhaps one day you can share this brochure with a woman who needs it. A woman who needs what Inside Out provides. Or maybe you'll meet someone who's passionate about this type of redemptive ministry. Use that brochure. By now, we hope you have noticed that the prayer request cards are in the center of each place setting. Please take them home with you along with the sticky notes you each received. See the white sticky notes? Use those as reminders and pray. Guys, pray for the women of Inside Out Reentry Services and their children. Finally, as you leave tonight, we have made it easy for you to pay for your items. To know what you won, check your email or your text. Again, you've been given permission to check your phone all night, so who knows that they won something? Show me you won something with the Givergy. There we go. They're all out there. Good job. You can pay through that, or you can pay by check. If you need to pay by check, though, go out to the registration table, and they'll help you. Make sure that your table hosts gather up the cards and bring those in, and hand them in at the registration table when you go. Finally, guys, every day, dreams and new beginnings are taking flight at Inside Out, and none of this would be possible without you. Thank you for coming. You all are dismissed.
I speak the name of Jesus over you. In your hurting.
Guys, I have one more huge thank you that we need to give. Let me get your attention one more time. I have one more huge thank you. Everybody, I've got one more huge thank you. Those of you guys who know this lady will know that none of this happens without Norma Murphy. Norma, come on up. Come on up. You have this woman models what servant leadership looks like. She is tireless. She has prayed unceasingly over this event. She has coordinated and coordinated and coordinated. I did get to pick my own clothes. Other than that, this has been coordinated and prayed over. This woman is God's instrument. Thank you so very much. Give her your flowers. Her grandson picked the flowers. How much does he love his grandma? There's 2 armfuls of flowers. Thank you. You're dismissed.
You've never been closer than you are right now.
Let's sing it loud, y'all.
You are a child.